Could we have Metroid Prime 2 for the Switch in our hands before the end of the year? And there seems to be something happening with Zelda this year as well. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now this is a rumor and it comes to us via Jeff Grubb during the latest episode of the Last of the Nintendogs podcast. And if you want to check that out, I've got a link to the podcast in the description. Now again, I have to emphasize this is just a rumor, nothing is confirmed yet. I know Grubb originally got the release date for Metroid Prime Remastered incorrect, but it did eventually release. So exactly what did Grubb have to say? Well, we can see this transcribed from Nintendo Everything. Metroid Prime 2 Remastered probably is coming out relatively soonish. That is happening. That probably is happening relatively soonish. It's going to be mostly what people want, right? It's going to have the modern controls and it's going to be HD and things like that, but it's not going to get the love and care that Metroid Prime got. So he doesn't give us a hard date or an event like, say, the next Nintendo Direct as to when this is going to come out. So I guess maybe he learned his lesson at that last guess. But my question is, what about Metroid Prime 3? There were previous rumors that these would both release together, so maybe we'll see both this year, or maybe Nintendo will push the third one out for a bit longer. And this kind of reinforces my theory that the Switch 2 or Switch successor, whatever you want to call it, has been delayed internally. I have a feeling Nintendo was planning to have it out probably sometime this fall, and it got delayed just because there's not enough games ready for that system. So Nintendo's kind of pushed out some of these other games they had on the shelf in order to fill in the gaps to have something to purchase until that Switch 2 comes out. But when it comes to Metroid Prime 2, it was rumored before that this is just an updated version and not a complete overhaul like Prime 1 got. So it would be surprising to me if they called it Metroid Prime 2 Remastered, as Jeff Grubb called it here. And it seems to me like it would make more sense to call it something like Metroid Prime 2 HD. But who knows, if they did enough work on this, they may feel the remastered title is deserving. Now let's move on to the Zelda part. Now this is again transcribed by Nintendo Everything. And in that podcast, Jeff Grubb said here at the bottom, something not related to Tears of the Kingdom is happening with Zelda later this year. So this could be about anything. I've seen speculation of maybe just like a new Lego set, but I do sort of hope it's the Wind Waker or Twilight Princess releases. Again, if the Switch 2 has been delayed, it would make sense to sort of break up what was rumored to be a twin pack and release these individually over the next year. And it seems like the rumor about this twin pack has been around for several years. In fact, I could find an article about this back in February of 2021. And from that article, you can now see this deleted tweet where Andy Robinson basically said that it was going to be out sometime this year. Again, that's back in 2021. Now, it's not uncommon for Nintendo to kind of hold back games until they feel they have a better time to release it. So it could be possible that there was originally plans for these to release back in 2021 and Nintendo sort of delayed that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What kind of Zelda product do you see coming sometime this year? And do you think Metroid Prime 2 should be called Remastered if it just has a little bit of work done on it, or would it be more appropriate to call it HD? And if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.